All right, we just got back from Genesys locals there for the actual celebration event there. And as you can see, we did actually get first place and we won with Generator. Mind you, it was a relatively small event. There was only 3 rounds, but I performed pretty well with the deck and I still wanted to show off a list there. So we'll just go over that and my choices. All right, so for the main deck, you are playing triple Mardell. I do believe that triple Mardell is quite needed. You have cards like Enneagon, Monstrosity, all those that can summon this in other ways, so you need to max these out. Also, what happened if you go Vala, happen to pitch one, they would DD Crow it, for example, and if you have a second in hand, you're still good to go. So I do think you do have to play that at 3. For the other Generator level 9s that you're playing at 3, you are playing 3 Vala. Very good card. Extender, starter in some cases if you have Mardell as well, and lets you make rank 9s super easily. Not much to be said there. Helps your grind game too. You are playing 2 copies of Har. I was only playing 1 before. I decided to bump it up to 2 as I was worried about DD Crow as well being very popular and D Fissure as well. So losing 1, it's near impossible. You can't get it back, so I always wanted to have an extra. As of for your other generators that you're playing, just one ofs, you are playing 1 Hela, 1 of the Fire one, 1 Delusion, Utgarda. Hela is not in every list. The Fire guy is not in every list. Utgarda is pretty standard. I put this guy in last minute because I was worried about people on Illusion Gate and Dark Hole, as Dark Hole just got put to 1 point, and Illusion Gate is non-pointed and very strong, so I was worried about getting my board blown up, so I wanted to have destruction protection, and it didn't come up, but it was fun enough. And then the last generator that you are playing, last rank 9, level 9 generator you're playing is just 1 Nidhogg for the inherent summon negate. And its attribute is pretty important, so this one's pretty standard, I would say. No real complaints. For an honorary generator card, we are playing QQ Enneagon. This card is phenomenal. It basically does what Vala does. Not much different. Really strong card. Extender, half starter if you have a Mardell. Really good. And then for more 3-ofs, you are playing 3 Lopter. Very good card. It's basically your starter. Tribute 1 or itself to a special generator from hand or deck. Very good, just consistency piece there. And sort of a tech option I was playing there. I was playing 3 Condemned Witch as well. I was a little worried that I wouldn't have enough normal summons in the deck, so I wanted something that valued as well. So you are playing 3 Condemned Witch. On normal summoner, it searches you a forbidden quick play spell. You're only playing 1 target. You are playing the Chalice, so good in search and interruption. And then on the opponent's turn, you can quick effect tag it out for a Lopter and get a generator name that way. It was fine enough. In future lists, I don't know if I'll be playing it, but it worked fine enough for what it was, and I often just sided it out going second. So for more monsters there, for my hand trap choices, I was playing 3 Skullmeister. It worked pretty good. I had no real complaints about it. I was really worried about going against Radiant Typhoon, that this would basically be a dead card, but it worked fine enough. Or not a dead card, but not a very good card, but it worked pretty well for what it did. It's basically a free hand trap, so can't really complain there. And then a choice I'm still not certain on is I did play 3 Bell. This is pretty expensive. These are 6 apiece. The idea is that stuff like Veilers don't, and Ogres don't necessarily negate something. Well, Bell is straight up a negate to something. So I found that this provided more value than playing Ogre. At first, this was Ogre, but it worked pretty well. It came up in basically every matchup, so I was pretty happy with it. And then last 2 cards are just 2 Fualos. It seemed like it would have been good if you played at 3. Like if you wanted, for example, you can cut down on the Bell, replace it with Ogre, and then you can play 3 Fualos, and that makes up for your point difference, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I have to double check the points. But yeah, it was fine. Now for some spell traps. You are playing the GOAT field spell himself. Generator boss stage. Your opponent adds a card, special 1 from deck. You special 1 on the opponent's turn to get a bunch of tokens. There were games where I actually used this on my own turn quite a few times, where I would end up going into Jormungandr manually without going into Leviathan to proc this and get extra bodies that way. So it was really good, this card. Really phenomenal. Whole game plan of the deck, right? Honorary generator card. You are playing 3 Monstrosity. Phenomenal card. One opponent I was playing against there, the Red Dragon Archfiend player, he ended up having the Mistress of the Gnomes. He banished it from grave, so I had to chain this to summon Mardell from my hand, and I could play that way. So it was a really strong card. Both effects are come up, so no complaints. As mentioned, we're playing 1 Chalice for the search target for the Condemned Witch. It's 5 points. Perfectly fine, I think. No real complaints. Could probably get swapped out for something, though. A card that I wish I played more of was Kujikiri Curse. Basically, if you see this in your opening hand at any point, you increase your win chance immensely. Pitching something like a Vala or an Enneagon basically pluses you 3 because you might as well have those cards. Those cards engraved might as well be in your hand. So you just go +3 basically with this card. It's kind of insane. This card should definitely be played at 3, but I didn't have 3, so it was fine. And then for the last cards in the deck, you're just playing a few Generator cards. You're playing 1 boss quest, 1 boss room, and 1 boss fight. These cards all kind of suck, if I'm being real. Boss fight helps you against some weird cases. If they happen to get rid of your field spell, you can still get it up. Boss room prevents negation really on your field spell, because if they're smart, they just won't respond to your actual monsters. And then boss quest is technically consistency, because you can get field spell and one of these, but I never had that issue, so I often benefited more just from getting the field spell instead of searching this, because I didn't have a reveal, because it has to go back to deck. But it was fine. Arguably, you don't even have to play any of these, but boss quest I never used, boss fight I never used, boss room I did use once, and going second, you side out all of these. So that is it there for the main deck. As for the extra deck, we are playing 2 Leviathan, pretty mandatory I would say at 2. You could arguably play more of it. I think you do need to play 2 at least. Very good end board piece, probably your strongest end board piece depending on obviously the matchup, but very strong non-target removal. And then to pair with it, you are having to play the 2 Jormungandr. One you always end up summoning from the Leviathan, and then the second one you're oftentimes using, I was using more on my turn to trigger boss stage on my own turn, so very good card for that sense. Now for a very broken card. This card is very not fair. It rips a card from your opponent's hand. It happened one game there where my opponent Veilered, or they DD crowed my Mardell Engrave from Vala me pitching it, thinking that, oh, I would just revive it, but because Vala is non-target, I just specialed a Mardell from my hand. I made 2 of these, hand looped him for 2, and then ranked up into the Utopic guy, which we'll show after. But this card is very unfair if you get to high roll with it. So another rank 9 that I played 2 of, which I never actually summoned, and I don't even see the application for this card. I don't see the benefit to really making this, especially with Ultimate Slayer really existing right now. This card feels really bad for that. If you make it with a water is the main aspect of it. So if you make it with Nidhogg, that you can protect your field spell or something like that. And then if you have a fire, you can technically, it becomes super big and basically gets over anything is the idea. But you probably don't need to play 2 of it, and you can probably play something else if you wanted. Fine enough though. Now just a bunch of 1 of rank 9s. You're playing 1 Aggregator. You actually hard make this if you want. In some cases it can be kind of cool. 1 9 lives cat. It revives something. It can be kind of neat in the grind game aspect when you've gone through a lot of names in deck and you're just cycling your hand in grave, so this can be pretty good there. Another card that I was playing there is the Earth Slicer. This card became worse with another monster I'll mention there shortly. It battles something in defense, it can attach a material, and normally you make Zeus, but I'm not playing Zeus because Zeus is 20 points. But it was fine, just to have option is always nice. Last of your rank 9s that you're playing, you're 1 Werewolf. This is the reason why Earth Slicer fell off, I would say. This card just does what this Earth Slicer would do, but better. You aren't playing 1 Hyperiton, the only negate you can really make from the extra deck. And then 1 Dyson Sphere. I was surprised it did actually come up in 1 game. Against the Generator Mirror, my game 2, he made Werewolf, and I just basically turboed this because I already did a bunch of damage to him. Used the effect, whatever, he rips my hand for 1, but then I could just attack because he only had 1800 life points left. You can make the Jewel if you have a fire material to get over it that way. But I wanted to try this out, and I guess it came up in 1 game, but it's overall not that great. The last card you're playing in your extra deck is 1 Utopic Futures Exile. It's for the combo where you end up double hand looping your opponent, so you make double Blathnir, and then you just throw this on top of it. It's because it only uses 1 extra deck space, it costs nothing compared to UDF. So very solid card in that aspect. So you're hand looping for 2 and then getting an interruption out of it. That's it there for the extra deck. Now for the side deck. I wasn't very happy with my side deck. I don't think it was very good into the particular meta and the best cards or best decks of the format, but it worked fine enough for what I did there. So I was playing 2 Gamma Seal and 1 Thunder Kaiju. In reality, because I mentioned you should be playing 3 Curse, this is level 9. You should be definitely playing 3 of this instead of these. For the aspect, you could, if you happen to draw doubles, you can give 1 to your opponent, special the other, or in case you don't need it, you can Curse to pitch it and draw 2 that way. But I guess they were fine. These should be changed, but Kaiju, good enough. I never saw them though. Because I wanted another hand trap, I was playing DD Crow. Very good card. This card is very good. This basically hits anything in the format. It's very good. Almost main deck worthy, but I don't think quite there, but a very good choice to side deck. Because I wanted back row removal, we are still playing Cosmic Cyclone. At first I was playing Twin Twisters, but I was worried it was a bit too hand depleting, so Cosmic Cyclone was put back in. Not too many complaints, it was fine enough. A card I was a bit iffy on was I was playing 3 Dark Ruler. This got recently put to 2 points apiece. I never got to a point where I could Dark Ruler. Because I was playing a good amount of hand traps, one game it happened where I used Meister and Bell, and they basically ended on nothing. So what am I gonna Dark Ruler, right? So maybe this should be something else. Maybe some more breakers. Maybe change some stuff around. You could probably play Illusion Gate in this spot if you want because it's currently not pointed. Or swap some of your points around and you can play Dark Hole because it got cheaper. And last card of my side deck, which I did not get to use, but I had it anyway, was 3 Soundproofed. I was worried about Cool Tune especially, so I wanted to have an option against it. This card probably should be 100 pointed. It's not a very fun card, not very interactive. I'm an Xyz deck, so obviously I can just use this against any Synchro deck. The only match I played against Resonator, I did not see it, so it's fine, I guess. But no, this card is very unfair if you actually get to use it. Alright, so that's it for the deck list there. I don't think there's much to be said. Generator is a pretty solved strategy at this point. Not many tech options still available, or undiscovered, I should say. But the deck performed well. As you can see, I did win the mat there, so I'm satisfied with my result. And I do definitely think that Genesys is a very interesting format, and I will still continue to play it. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of it. I do think it's a very good way, an alternate way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I definitely think others should try it as well. But that's it for the video there. Thanks for watching. Peace out.